Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We're playing Parklife, and what am I seeing over here? What is this? Oh, it's the district. That's what it is. Okay, so I tried in between episodes to actually get the Metro Overhaul mod to work. It does not. And I'm kind of tempted to then get rid of this. It's a nice field, but it's not quite what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rather do a different stadium and do my own thing with regards to this. So get rid of all of that. Hopefully all of these people get home safely. And now, let's choose another stadium. Okay. So not that one. We'll maybe... These are tiny, but then we'll just do our own thing a little bit. So if I'm going to do that, yeah, then I'll still be able to do all the other pieces. The question only that I would have is if there are any other access points on some of these things. No, they really only have... So that one has plenty of access points. Right? Oh, there's some stuff there. How's this? Tiny. These things are generally tiny. Okay, so, but that's obviously what we can do. We can grab one of these. So let's grab that one. This is small. This is really small. And I'm worried if we build it, they don't really have a lot along the lines of external. I think this one is the best one, Camp No. And I think I probably used this one in one of my previous ones as well. So there you go. There is now a stadium there. Okay. Plus it has a little bit of parking, a little bit of access over here. But I'm pretty sure that all people would want to now actually go in here. So now I am thinking we can build a train station on the one side and a metro station on the other side. Because, oh, I'm not sure that I tried to install the Metro Overhaul mod in between episodes. I think I started saying this, but can't remember. And what has happened is it didn't actually work that well. It couldn't actually tie in with the other ones, or I couldn't make it work. So in the end, I've decided to get rid of it and go back to what we used to have. So what I'm going to do here is I'm thinking about just grabbing a bit of a standard kind of train station somewhere. So maybe a bit of a road at the back here would be quite good for us. So let's, you know what I'm going to do? Let's grab here. So you're not using the Metro Overhaul mod. What I'm wondering is if I do this, do I actually, yeah, it does zone. So I can actually put one of these all the way around. And to be very honest, let's do that as a starting point. Okay. So let's do a bit of this, right? Let's do a bit of this. And I'm tempted to not start it over there. So let's see. Let's grab our basic road over here. We'll run that one in there. We're going to run a piece of this one on this side, and then from there I'm going to do this kind of thing. Okay, something like that. Ooh, that's rough. Let's get let's stop that for a second and let's try and run it like, yeah, that was probably to be expected. So let me instead do this. Let me do that and that. And of course that's not going to work, so let's make sure to grab all of these and set them all to that level. There you go, that looks pretty decent. Okay, then I'm thinking train station at the back over here, something decent. Ooh, train station at the back over here. Like so. How's that? Yeah, I like it. I like that. And what we'll do is we'll have a little bit of a walkway go straight through here. Okay. But the other thing that we're going to need to do is grab and build a little bit of... Okay, so let's start with the walkway. Let us start with the walkway over here. Actually, that's not what I'm after. I'm after the no snapping, please. Okay, so if we then... And we'll switch on the rest of this. So if we do something like that, some parking over there, that's... So there we go. So now you can actually walk from the one side to the other side. And at the same time, what we're going to need to do here is do this. Ooh. Okay, so no, but at least they'll be able to walk over the top of that. So now let's see. So over here, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to... Oh, and now we can switch the snapping stuff back on again. Gonna want to do this. Okay, and probably do that. Okay. So that'll be nice. Okay, we can do some trees in there and we'll put some parking. We need to connect these two up there. But we could extend that a little bit further, like so. Actually, even more. Let's extend that even more up to there. Now, let's tie these two together over there. That looks pretty decent. So that's going to be a fair bit of parking right over there. Okay, and I'm kind of liking this a little bit more. Similarly, what can we do over here? We can run some pretty big parking up here, and that's not going to work. And then actually, if we just do some big stretches like this, ooh, how on earth did that happen? That's not supposed to happen. Let's try that again. Let's try that one more time. Okay, and what we want to do is do this kind of thing, huh? Some parking, but it's not quite what you would have had in mind. So let's get rid of this one. That first one works kind of okay. Okay, now all we need to do is try and actually, you know what we should do? We should probably run this road. Ooh, and that is horrible. So if we do that, right, now we can actually run this. That one doesn't work. Okay, so let's get... And the question is also, can't we run the big one? If we run the big one, right, that looks quite workable, apart from that last one. So if we try and use something that's a little bit better, how does that look? That actually works quite well. What I am going to do is, actually it doesn't work that well, but if we tweak it a little bit, we can actually see that working as a concept. Yeah, how's that for parking? I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend that one even more, and then I'll start this over there and get rid of that piece. There we go. So now at least that'll be straight. Now let's redo the other pieces here. So again, let's grab the very big one. We'll run it through there. That is working. And now we're gonna go with the smaller one. And we get that through there. And that is working. Nice. That is pretty decent parking supply right over there. And at the same time, we're gonna want to do a bit of a pathway. Probably from here to, say, there somewhere, so that these guys can actually go in on that side. So at some point we may redo this piece just to get it to work a little better for the train. But there we go. I like it. It's looking pretty good. The parking situation around this stadium is looking really nice. Oh, and the one thing that I wanted to add is get a metro in here somewhere, and I'm thinking we need to do at least multiple tracks. So I'm kind of tempted to do that one. Yes, at least multiple tracks. So at least that thing, or alternatively we've got something like this over here that we can run a lot of lines on. So something like this could be really cool. Can run a lot of lines on this. Yeah, I like that one. That's a nice big one with plenty of lines coming through here. Okay, so plenty of lines for that. Now let's quickly finish off our parking. I'm tempted to do that. Grab the parking over here. Let's get the nice big ones. So this will, yeah, this is a little bit of a tedious little job. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so like so. Excellent. Tons and tons of parking over here. Let's start off on that side. We'll go over here. Let's get the shorter one. Man, this is, yeah, it's a little bit tedious to get these things plopped. Something like that, and then, no. Is that about it? Right now we're struggling to get the last few placed over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this one and we'll see about a bit of an overlap here. That would seem to be the way. Right there and right there. And now I'll do move it. And I'll say that, that, ooh, not that, that, and that. And we've got a copy tool, right? Copy. And we'll plop it over here. There we go. Nice. So that's our parking. First stab at it. This side, let's start with the small one so we can use that copy and paste piece there as much as we can. Okay, let's start with the big one. Can we squeeze in? Oh, we can squeeze in the entire big one over here. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. I really hate the fact that this is doing this thing. Ooh, that's not really working too well. Unless you're not supposed to run it this way around. I don't think so though. Yeah, that one's a little funny though. It's really weird you're getting the lamppost in the middle of it. The others seem to work quite well. And there we go. So at least, well, I think our parking will work quite nicely either way. Let's get this one in here. Something like that is probably sufficient. Add an extra bit. That's okay. It's gonna look like it's worn off. It's a little bit of a worn parking lot. There we go. And now let's grab the big ones to finish off this one. Like that. Okay, like that, and like that. There we go. So that's it for the parking. I'm not going to do any more parking than that. That is a substantial amount of parking over here. Now what I'll also just do is I'm just going to grab a few pathways, get the snapping switched off. We will kind of run the pathway central in here. Okay, something like that. At least that works. So the question is, do we need... No, I think that's okay. So there's a little bit of pathway running through there. At the same time, what we'll do is we'll kind of just tie it up over there. Also, we may tie it in on this side over here also. So now you can tie in all there. Now let's run one more up here to there. That actually works quite well. And I'm tempted to run an extra pathway on that side. I am very tempted to do a 2 in the middle over here. Let us try it. Okay, so if we run one like that, and then we can't actually squeeze in another one over there. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. So let's put it back into the center over there. Try and get it nice and central. There we go. So that's gonna do the trick over there. On this side, let's just do a pretty similar piece of work over here. Something like so, and what we'll do is we'll tie in one over there also. So there's a little bit of action going on over there. There we go. So that's our new stadium. It's unfortunately not the one we really wanted in there, but there's a little bit of room for some other stuff happening now. And it's not the metro to rail setup that we were hoping for, but we're going to do it like this nonetheless. So now what I'm keen on doing is I'm actually going to grab these, and we will be doing a bit of this over here. So we'll have commercial, and I need to actually switch the district type just to make sure that the kind of commercial we're going to get here is what we're keen on getting there. So we'll leave that piece open. Actually, we may actually do a bit of this for commercial purposes over there, and a similar thing over here, and then we may as well do this side like so, and this side maybe not like that. Let's just do something like so. So I don't actually want them to touch each other. And what we could do is we could take out that little piece over there and that little piece over there, and we can put some more paths through there. So let us run a bit of a path through there and a bit of a path through here. There we go. So now that's pretty nice. Now the rest of this I think should be a pretty decent sized residential area. Yeah, like so. And now we can squeeze in some other ancillary facilities in any of these spaces, to be honest. So we'll start off like that and see how that goes. Let's get a bit of water connected up over here. Get our snapping back on. Thank you. There we go. So water is connected, and that should start filling in pretty quickly. I am sure the power should be connecting. Let's do that. That'll connect. That's powered. Thank you very much. Hopefully we'll see this work out well on the other side too. Got the little, oh, and before all of this falls in, let's just get our actually it's not a policy that we want over here. We want to actually go to commercial specialization, and this will be leisure, this will be tourism. Okay, it's going to be a leisure specialization over here. Thank you very much. So apologies, you guys probably gonna do your things over there. I'm tempted to tie some of this. Yeah, I'm tempted to tie this one in over here. So let me do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab this normal road and I'm gonna give it a bend, and we'll do let's get it a bit of a straight section like so, and now we'll give it a bit of a bend. I like it. It works for me. I just don't like that. Okay, so let's just make sure to force that to the ground. That's pretty cool. So now we're actually connected. But the other thing I want to do is I want to grab these roads, and I want to flip that one around, maybe one more. And this is frustrating me a little bit, so it's doing this thing and I don't like it. But it is filling in quite... Oh, it's filling in nicely over here. And it's going to terrace a little bit, I'm sure. As it fills in a little bit more, it's going to terrace some more. We obviously need some services around here. And things are getting pretty busy. So these guys will actually drive through here. Right. And actually get themselves back onto the highway over there. So that way it can work. And you can actually get to all sides. You can actually do straight through here and go up and over that way, or you can do this thing into that direction, or you can go this way and that way. It really works quite well. It's a pretty decent piece. What I'm tempted to do similar kind of stuff on this side. So let's quickly look at a little bit of a layout. So that one is again one of these big ones. So if we don't do that, if we say so at the very least, what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to run something something like so. And I hate the fact that that is up in the air. Okay. So that's not what I'm after at all. I am after you to actually stick with this. Elevation steps is 3. Yeah, absolutely. Toggle road bending, whatever that means. For now, I'm not too sure. So what I'm going to do is let's try this again. And please start yourself out. You know what? We probably need to give ourselves a little bit of room away from there. So if we start, say, by doing something like this. Okay, and we start by, come on, gonna have to give me the grounded feature over here a little bit. Okay, so if we do something like that, and we then pretty aggressively turn so shall we rather, instead of doing that, do that kind of thing and move it? Probably. There we go. That's a better look. That's a better look and feel over there. This is one way, correct? Yeah, that's one way. So I'm tempted to grab then this and run that one straight out of there, like so, and then we'll tie these two together by, say, doing something like that. And what we'll do is we'll do that. There we go. Now we've got some shape starting out over here, so we can fill in this area as a part of Olive Bay too. So just get us back some normal roads. So the question is actually, do I run these straight like this? It'll be better. It will be better if we do that. Wow, it's a little bit of a tough one. This is a tough one. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start it off on this side. And we'll just do a little bit of this. Okay, so we'll run a bit like that. It's a tough one, this. Really tough. So potentially what we need to do is actually run it along this way. So what we'll do is we'll do, come on, something like that. Though that's not really working for us. Almost. So where is this thing that we're keen on? Yeah, actually that's probably about a bit better than the other option. So let's do something like that. It's a little weird, but there'll be some open spaces around there, so we'll make use of that. That's pretty cool. But I think we're starting to see a fill-in over here. We're starting to see some people parking around here. We still need to connect up some rail, which will be a little problematic. I will be very honest with you. It's going to be a bit of a pain to get this to tie in to whatever we wanted to tie into. So through here, it's going to be a bit of a pain to do that. So we'll have to keep our eyes peeled on how we do that. But for now, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to put a cut in this episode, and I will see you in the next one, where we will probably continue to fill in this area. We need to add some services over here still, so we probably need to do that and that over here and see how all of these things fit together. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. So thank you so much for watching. If you've liked it, hit that like button, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.